I'm Perky.
And I'm Quirky.
And this is the
Perky
Quirky
Podcast.
Oh, God. That's right.
Welcome back, you guys. We are so excited to be here at this moment in time. Guess what? Location change.
Way nicer.
Wow. Who said that?
More Perky, more Quirky, huh?
I wouldn't say nicer. They're only seeing half of this room right now.
Okay, this is nicer to them. This is
to you guys. It looks
know-
pretty good. I'm being so 2014 right now.
Okay.
I'm so bubbly airhead in my
Epic.
I'm so LOLing. I'm lolling, I'm ruffling so hard. If you can't guess by our outfits, no, we are not the new hit stars of the Disney Channel original movie up and coming nerd versus bum. I don't know.
Are we beating each other up?
I don't know, but didn't they have a movie like that? It was like Frenemies.
Did they? Oh,
Frenemies.
Bella Thorne.
Yeah, and Zendaya.
That is such a flashback. Do you
No,
think
yeah.
they still talk? Like, do you think they ever message each other?
I think Bella probably messages Zendaya, and Zendaya just leaves her on red.
That's crazy. You don't think she gives her even like a little thumbs up?
Maybe like a maybe like a reaction, maybe like a GIF,
or like just like a like like a one of those like little like reaction just or like and that's it. And like there's you can't if you can't see me, I'm like gaping my mouth open and like laughing.
Whoa!
Why don't you introduce the topic for this episode?
You button.
Oh, I didn't bring my
there was a definitely we don't have a button this time, but we do have some more like fun things. Like we've got Olaf here. I've got my cat baby Titty here. I have my baby Titty socks that are on my feet. And yeah, so basically this is not, once again, not a Disney Channel original movie. This is our Buzzfeed episode of the podcast.
Crazy.
Actually wild that we're covering this one because I feel as though, and you guys let me know if you feel this way, that BuzzFeed people raised me in a way that my mother could never. Love you, Carla. If you're listening to this, I love you so much. But like the thing is, I watched every single fucking video that came into my my subscription box on YouTube. I watched every single video on YouTube from every single BuzzFeed channel because there were so many. I looked at every Facebook account. I subscribed to all of them or liked them, and including Tasty, which is the food channel for BuzzFeed. And I would do some recipes from that. I would obviously when everyone kind of fizzled out, I like followed from there. It sent me on a trajectory of life. BuzzFeed did. And I actually thought that I was going to work for BuzzFeed for a long time.
Whoa.
I was like, that's my dream job. I told several people that when everyone was in like going out into their I want to be a YouTuber phase. I did go into that phase, but before that I was like I want to work at BuzzFeed.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's it's scary, isn't it?
I think like
terrifying, isn't it? So like I said, BuzzFeed was a very important part of me growing up. Like I feel like I was raised by some of those people. I still follow a lot of those people on Instagram. A lot of people like obviously split off and started their own channels. Everyone knows the BuzzFeed Unsolved guys. Mm-hmm. They know the Try guys. They know Gabe and who? What?
I just think like the person that you are today. I think like
I'm scared. Finish the sentence.
No, I was just gonna say like like it makes sense.
Oh, I fucking hate that. Why did you tell me that? I
was thinking about the TikTok audio. It's like, you seem like a sprinkles guy. What the
fuck
fuck does that mean?
No, like that's how I feel right now because you can't tell me I feel like a BuzzFeed fan. Like
no, just that like like I could tell that it was like a big part of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm screaming for those who are not. That hurts me actually. I get it. Like I understand what you mean. Like in all sincerity, yes. But like, oh, that hurts.
Yeah, I just had to psychologically torture you for a second.
Yeah. I'll be thinking about that as I'm going like into my casket when I'm like I'm gonna like rise back from the dead just to be like, Priscilla,
why'd you say that? Kill yourself.
I'm BuzzFeed girl. Hashtag law. Dead.
I'm literally dying. But okay, so we're gonna go over
R.I.P. So we're gonna go over just everything about that. What is remarkable to you for BuzzFeed? Because I have a lot of things. I did a lot of watching prior to this episode, and I had you watch a couple.
Yeah.
But like, I know what stands out to me. I'm curious to hear what stood out to you, how much you consumed, how much BuzzFeed you consumed, and who were your favorites. Like, why do you think BuzzFeed was such a phenomenon for people during that time?
So, I wasn't a huge BuzzFeed person at its peak, at least. I like would watch like a few videos here and there, like the introvert ones.
Yes.
Because I was an introvert at the time. So those were like, oh my god, like, yeah, I also don't want to go to a party. You weren't getting invited to them, so what the fuck do you mean you don't want to go? You can't even have that choice.
That
bitch.
was just their way of coping. Like,
Yeah.
all the introverts were like, guys, I have a really good idea. It's going to be super relatable and fun.
No, literally.
And like, and they're whispering, I have a super relatable idea.
I watched the one where it's like Eugene's a cat and that weird guy was a dog, because I remember that weird guy was like, I would also watch the creepy things that babies do that would be creepy if people did that.
Yes.
Because I always thought about that because it made me like, I would actually like feel fear.
Yeah.
Watching some of those videos. I don't know, but I would still watch them.
I
so
think
to
that's
me,
reasonable.
It was like horror.
No, I think that's reasonable. I think it is a scary concept to like if you posted that video today, you would get blocked on Instagram. Like you would get
Well, I think on TikTok you would get very popular is the problem.
It depends on how you present it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the way that BuzzFeed presented it always was nasty. Like, it was just, it felt, they were doing it and they were like, oh my god, this is gonna be so funny, but it ended up just being like kind of gross when you actually look at it, because like, god, I know exactly what video you're talking about. Yeah, because
he would be like staring into the camera.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, it's his stare that like makes me so scared but like slightly attracted to him, like in videos. Not that one.
Eugene?
Is that his name? The blonde one?
No.
No, the one that
Andrew. You talking about Andrew?
He was in the...
Maybe I don't know which one.
He was in the Crush video that you showed me.
Yeah, Andrew.
Like, I am like slightly scared of him because of his eyes.
Yes. That's the appeal.
But there is like there's a small part of me that's like, okay, but he is like kind of attractive.
No, he is.
Also, I was more of a BuzzFeed Unsolved girly.
Yes.
We discovered.
If you can't tell by our outfits.
From the fits. I like, me and my family would watch BuzzFeed Unsolved.
That's
I
beautiful. That makes me so happy.
And then I introduced my dad to it, and he became like a bigger fan than me. Which he does. He did that with Supernatural too.
Love it. I love it. I guarantee you, if I had shown it to my dad, he would have probably liked it. Honestly, the way that he is like scouring YouTube videos right now for conspiracy theories, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets there.
Show him Gaia.
10 years later. Okay. Gaia?
It's a YouTube channel that has like crazy conspiracy theories.
Is this gonna make him like think of lizard people again?
It might. Wait, does he believe in the conspiracy theories? Because my dad likes to watch them for fun. He enjoys watching them because he's like, that's so crazy. Anyways, and then he goes about his day.
No, my dad believes them.
Oh, you should still show him Gaia, because now I'm like curious.
But now he's gonna like take everything to heart. Like,
show him Hollow Earth Theory, because that's the one that I want to see if he will believe.
I'm scared because like
that's the one that I'm curious about.
When I say he genuinely brought up the lizard people one and was like, have you seen that one? It's like, I know it's like crazy or it sounds crazy, but like,
has he seen Mermaids: The Body Found? The documentary?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. I don't want to know all of the things that he believes.
I just need to see his reaction to that. Because, like, will he see the footage and be like, oh my god, that shit's fucking real. Oh my god.
No,
like, what?
I genuinely think he is, like, 2 videos away from building a bunker and heading down.
You give me 2 weeks. I'm gonna make my own video. And I'll see how far I can take it.
No.
I mean,
there are some limits. Like, thankfully, he doesn't believe everything Donald Trump says. Thankfully.
Oh, thank God.
But
well, those are conspiracies,
right,
Hannah.
right.
They're all real.
They're eating the cats and dogs. Like,
dumb motherfucker. Dumb motherfucker.
Anyways. But yeah, back to Unsolved.
Loved Unsolved.
Great show.
I still watch the Watcher stuff until mainly
till the conspiracy, which we can talk about in further detail.
Well, I was mainly Puppet History because I really liked Shane's stuff because I feel like Shane puts his whole like
he does
shussy in it, dude.
His shinusy.
Yeah, like he really like you can tell that he has a lot of creativity. He literally like makes the puppets. He like writes songs for each episode. Like I just enjoy his passion. So that's why Mama's disappointed in the boys. Mama was disappointed in the boys. Hey, it's your boys? Not anymore. It's not your boys anymore.
They're not the boys anymore.
You're not my boys anymore. Maybe Shane. Sorry, I have a soft spot.
Wink, wink, Shane. We still got a Shaniac over here.
Can't help it. I can't help it.
I was not as into BuzzFeed Unsolved as you. I actually feel like it's very, I specifically was a BuzzFeed girl during the years of 2013 to 2015. I need to clarify that. After that, although I was still subscribed for a couple years, I did not watch every video that came into my inbox, and I did not follow up with the boys. The only people that I followed up with were, one, the people I still followed on Instagram, who I just got too lazy to unfollow, and then 2, the Try Guys, and then 3, of course, Quinta Brunson, because Quinta is now
Queen.
Yes. So those were the people that after the fallout that happened, which is also crazy that it was such a decline, but it's nothing unlike what the internet has done before.
So I know BuzzFeed had a fall off. I know it wasn't. I just don't know what it was that caused the fall.
There wasn't a specific instance, but I will tell, like, there wasn't like, this is the moment that you can attribute, but it was a lot of the people leaving. There were a lot of people who trailed off, and a lot of people want to say that it was whenever Ladylike ended, which was a group of ladies who I feel like they all identify as ladies now. But they were a group of ladies who were very quirky and fun, and I still like a lot of them, including Sophia Nygaard.
Important question.
Including Jen and...
Were they Perky and Quirky, or were they just quirky?
I would say Perky and Quirky.
Whoa. Because they were the original.
Yes, they were the... Actually, we need to cut the shit, because, like, we're about to get fucking copyrighted as hell. Because Kristen from Ladylike, and we'll go ahead and say Jen, like, they got our ass. Like, they are actually the original Perky and Quirky.
Oh, of course.
And with their they have a kitchen show now or something. I don't think it's all of them making food, but
is it Porky and Turkey? That was really bad, but I was really excited.
Porky and Dorky.
Yeah. It's the 2014 episode. I'm allowed to make stupid jokes.
I really wish we had the remote to do the reactions, because
I'll just do it. So, important BuzzFeed episodes.
BuzzFeed episodes that were important to me. Okay, well, there are several trends. I like that you brought up the fact that there were reoccurring series, right? Yeah. There was a lot of skits done. A lot of people were like, BuzzFeed wants to be a short film company so fucking bad. And you can tell, because specifically in that era when they were doing really well, it was like their skits, like, off the chain. Every single fucking day there was a new skit coming out. And as I've heard now from the creators who've gone back and like revisited that period of their lives, they were cranking these shits out. Like, they had to come up with new ideas consistently, and like it was really bad working conditions. But yeah, they were basically directing, writing, editing, producing, like all themselves. Well, all themselves with some additional help, but whatever. So there were a lot like that. Some of my favorites were with specific ships. I loved, because at that point in time, like,
you were ship crazy.
If you put a boy and a girl in front of me and they were like a feet apart, I was like, kiss.
Anyone, like, kiss. It didn't have to matter.
But then BuzzFeed is one of the places on the internet where I was seeing a lot of queer positive media.
Yeah.
And then I was like, girl and girl next to each other, kiss!
So if you just saw anyone
near each other,
they should kiss.
They should kiss, actually.
No,
if you're less than a feet apart.
Wait. Vanna.
For our audio users, we did just almost
No, we did make out.
I'm sorry, we did. Sorry.
We had to cut the camera.
We tongued.
Tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We just like kind of laid them on top of each other.
Exactly.
We didn't move.
We just sat completely still.
I feel like that's kind of like intimate and like romantic.
I think it is too. I feel like it
just lay your tongues.
Lay the tongues on top.
Yeah, like just
if you can do that for more than 1 second, like y'all are bonded for life. Yeah. So,
but like the question is, do you do it like your tops of your tongues on top of each other, or is it you're layering these like bricks?
I would layer like bricks.
That's what I was thinking.
Because that's really the common.
Yeah, and I don't think I can open my mouth big enough to like do.
Oh, you can't?
I have a medically small mouth. I can't. Wow, that really hurt. You know I have a medically small mouth too.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe you just. Wow.
I'm just consistently forgetting these things.
Yeah. Because you just don't care about me.
So yeah, where they had these ships that they would do, like where there was a lot of people who would comment and be like, oh my OMG, I just love Ash. Formerly, yeah, Ash Perez, love them. Ash at one point was Ashley, and he was like paired with Andrew,
yeah,
which was the scary one who also did Worth It, which is another series on Buzzfeed, which was the food show, which is really good actually, but they're not very funny.
Steven is not funny.
Steven's not very funny. He's just quirky,
and he's connection. He was a part of the Watcher downfall.
Yeah. Because they did
and like a lot of people are blaming him, and I'll admit, like I don't.
I watched the video.
I don't know what happened, but there's a part of me that wants to blame him, and I think it's a part like it's almost like your parents got divorced, and your dad is now acting like a little different because he married your stepmom.
Yeah,
but like it's not like fully your stepmom's fault, but you just want to blame her,
right?
So like I think that's the situation where I'm like, fuck you, Steven! Fuck you! You ruined it! You ruined all of it! You ruined my life, and I want my mom back, which is Shane Madej. But instead
you want your Shaniac back.
I want Shane back.
And that makes a lot of sense. I feel like that's a normal reaction because for so many people, this Watcher and BuzzFeed Unsolved and the shows that were available to them before the paywall were their comfort shows. Yeah. And like, I don't care if $6 means jack shit to you. It means a lot to a lot of people. Yeah. So
there are people struggling,
right,
and they're watching your videos for comfort.
I would say actually most of the people who watch your videos are probably coming home from a long ass day of work, and trying to unwind and work like a 9 to 5, and they don't work a fucking YouTube job where you get all your dreams fulfilled. I'm sorry.
And like they have a Patreon that they don't promote. Right. Promote it, and people,
that's ridiculous.
I guarantee you people will flock to go and like spend money on it.
Yeah.
But then they immediately did the retraction and we're like, no, like we aren't paywalling everything like we said we were.
For you guys on the couch.
Yeah, and then Shane had to step in and actually like say it. I'm like, because you were the eat the rich bitch.
Yeah.
And now you're becoming the rich bitch we should eat.
Oh.
Who said that?
Eat him in what way?
No.
He's married. I won't.
Well, that doesn't mean Sarah can't join.
Sarah, come on.
Man, come on. I'm a classy woman. I won't just kick her out.
You're a gentleman.
You're right, I am.
You would.
I'd lead them both. I'm not gonna get. No, these are real people. I can't just start doing shit.
We're moving on. Yeah. So we're moving back.
The Crush episodes or the Crush videos is what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, before we get to that though, I do think that it was interesting. They should have done with the Try Guys if they wanted to make a website so bad. The Try Guys got critiqued for making their website, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which they do have a paywall behind, but they also have they also upload the videos to YouTube as well as
Yeah.
the website, and they I believe that there's no like exclusive content.
Well, they were trying to be Dropout, which I told you
Right.
about recently.
Mm-hmm.
Dropout is the like app that a lot of College Humor are part of. If you
Mm-hmm.
guys saw them, they were very similar to BuzzFeed with like mini skits and stuff.
Yeah.
College Humor, a lot of people went to Dropout instead, which is like an app that you actually have to pay for, but it has so much content that it is worth being a streaming service.
Mm.
And they have like such different types of content because it's such like there are like game shows, there's Dimension 20, call out Dimension 20 at thing them because I like them. But like
Number one
there's
fan over
oh
here.
don't say that. Definitely not. I'll get like I'll get murdered.
You'll get showed out up
by the D&D fans.
Right.
But
they're gonna come for your ass.
they're like they have so much content, it was worth it. The Watcher had like 3 shows.
Yeah.
And also
Which
like
is crazy. Also, I heard that their interface was shit.
yeah, it just like it wasn't great. Also like their new versions of Unsolved, I'm gonna admit, aren't great.
Right.
Because they're so focused on like the production value of it that they aren't just talking
Right.
and having fun. And that's what people liked about Unsolved. Is that it was these 2 people that had great chemistry that ended up becoming very good friends.
Yeah.
Like throughout the like, you know,
Which is
show's
so sweet.
run.
Yeah.
And they just kind of threw that out for better production. We're like,
Right.
we don't need you to have better production. We need you to just do like what you've been doing. If you want to do higher production stuff, that's fine. But maybe don't change the chemistry between you guys
Exactly.
for it. Like don't sacrifice
Yeah.
what's good to try to pursue something that you don't even know is going to work.
Right.
With this.
And apparently hired on like 20 more employees.
Yeah.
That's what I was
that
reading
they
the
can't
comments
pay.
down on that. Yeah.
Like, so why the fuck are you doing that
That's crazy.
when you can't pay them?
I hadn't even heard, I mean, I will say I do tune into specific parts of like my internet, right? But I hadn't even heard that they were still going. And I just felt like that was a little.
No, that was because my dad, again, likes BuzzFeed Unsolved. And he was like, holy shit, they have the last season. I had to like message him after they, you know, filmed the last season and like uploaded it. And I'd be like, hey dad, they're not done. You do just have to hop over to this channel.
To a different.
Yeah. Sorry, you know.
And now you have to do a whole other website and pay the
like sorry, my middle-aged father. I know like he's a big YouTube guy. He likes YouTube.
The old people are struggling
No,
when
like,
y'all change YouTube channels.
But like,
I'm telling you.
yeah, like me having to be like, hey dad, like you do have to go onto this channel now because they're changing it. And he's like, oh, why? I'm like, nah, here you go. Here's the channel. Go to it.
Sorry, King.
Yeah, but then like after that, he's like, I might just stop watching them if they're gonna like put it behind a paywall. I'm like, that's so real, dad.
Period.
That's so real, man.
It started to get really parasocial at some point because, well, the creators, the BuzzFeed employees, would always use their real names, like in the skits and things like that, and people would start shipping them with their whoever it was that they had good chemistry with.
Yeah.
And it started getting pretty intense. Like, for instance, Ash and Andrew, they were pretty heavy topic for the BuzzFeed ships. They were really well liked, and they just were claiming, everyone was like, oh my god, y'all have the best chemistry ever. And so they, of course, I'm sure the higher ups at BuzzFeed were like, you guys have to keep making these videos because they're doing really, really well. And they would include this like cast of characters in there, and it would be like super, super weird because Andrew, I think at that point, had a girlfriend who later became his wife. And then like, and there were a lot of like really weird comments. And like, of course, I was shipping Ash Drew, but I was like, I think even me at 14, crazy little fangirl self that I was like, this is getting a little wild.
Like, y'all gotta chill.
Y'all gotta chill the fuck out. If like this, I think his girlfriend, Andrew's girlfriend, was getting like death threats and stuff like that. Like, it was.
Oh my god!
I think this was like towards the phase of the internet where like people were starting to get really mean, especially to girlfriends of people who were like considered really cute crushes and whatever. Yes.
Can I confess something?
What do you got?
Vanna showed me a few of the videos to give me some context. I don't think they had great chemistry.
No, it was great chemistry for 2014, as in they like brushed hands and they were like, oh.
And people were like, okay, like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I don't know. I just, like, watching, I was like, people are shipping them together?
Yeah.
Like, not that they aren't good actors, it's just that, like, I just didn't, like, I was like, oh, they're yearning. They want each other so bad. Like, I was just like, okay.
Say, I think I only showed you 2, and the one that I showed you was, like, one of the last ones they ever did, which was... So, it was the one where, like, they were not feeling it anymore.
That makes sense.
And even the characters in the episode, or that particular episode, were, like, trying to cut the rumors that they were dating, right? So that was part of it. But like, for instance, one couple that definitely had chemistry was Quinta and Justin.
Oh, really?
Which Justin Tan is one of the writers for Abbott Elementary. Aww. And Quinta obviously is Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
And like they still work together on the reg.
That's
so they're really like cute. Really good friends. It's so precious. I love them. So I love that part of BuzzFeed. Like you still see some very strong friendships and some relationships. Like Shane and Sarah got married on BuzzFeed, and there's just a lot of really great things that did come out of it. A lot of really bad things that came out of it.
Yeah, like BuzzFeed.
Right. Exactly. So, so you have all those relationships. There were so many that were paired up. Like pretty much anyone that you could think of. I wrote down a few. Astru, Quentin, Shane, Sarah. There was Brittany and Chris. Chris Reinecker was this. I'm just gonna start like spouting bullshit, and you're gonna be like, I don't know. Chris Reinecker is like I think he's like a showrunner or something now. He still works on episodes. And they were really good friends. There was this series that I loved by Justin and Elizabeth Barca, which I still follow them on Instagram, which was they were actually like a family, and they were pregnant with their kids whenever they were on BuzzFeed, and they did a couple of skits about being pregnant and like being future parents, and that was really sweet. I really liked those. So yeah, I love some BuzzFeed videos that are in there like that. Really, really are so impactful and like change me, including beyond the skits. There was like a couple of those similar in the same vein to the ones where it was like the introverts thing.
Okay.
But I took them very seriously when I was in 2014. I was 14 years old when it was 2014. There was one series that was like, I'm blank, but I'm not. And they would just be like, ... And then it would be a video of whatever the person was. I'll give you examples and you'll understand.
Okay, I was like...
It says, I'm blank, but I'm not. And then examples of people who had this condition, this whatever. For instance, the one that I connected with was, I'm bisexual, but I'm not.
Oh, wait, I think I watched these.
There was one that was like, I'm bipolar, but I'm not. I'm a Christian, but I'm not. I'm but it's like, it was, So like watching that shit in I feel like I would see that pop up on my Facebook news feed every other week. And I was like, whoa, like this is a whole new perspective. Like I didn't even think about. Like I didn't know you could be a Christian and still be gay. Like, whoa, that's crazy. So like, no,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Anyways, so lol, hashtag lol.
Hashtag
XD.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Ruffling. No, like that video was very important to me. Also, a couple of like, I know there was a video. Oh my god, there was this one video that was really high budget. Actually, I guarantee you've seen this one. I think I pulled it up for you, and then we skipped it because we had already both watched it.
Oh, okay.
But it was like there was a couple ones that were women throughout history. And there was one that was like fashion, but one was body types throughout history.
I was super into that one.
And that one, those high budget ones were so good. And I was like, damn, BuzzFeed, you keep this up. You are going to keep on like the uptick, the climb.
Be honest with me.
What?
Because this is what I did
when
it was the like woman's body through history.
What'd you do?
As I was watching it, I was trying to see what time period I would fit in.
Yes.
Because if I ever traveled back in time, I'm like, that's the time.
I don't know if I thought about it in that way, but I would literally, when they got to the Renaissance period, and it was a curvaceous woman with like flat face, like not so much of a, I think it was like, I'm trying to remember that, like it was like a chin, like flat-ish profile, small nose, something like that. I don't know, but
I did not fit any of them, so then I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll just stay here. I was gonna invent time travel,
but I think your opinion is completely valid because, like, first off, what fucking woman wants to go back? What woman wants to go back? Definitely what woman of color wants to go back.
Well, this was before I was like, oh, I'll get discriminated against.
Okay, so you were just looking at like the logistic point. You were like, okay, so none of them look like me, so I can't.
So I was like, I can't go back,
right?
Even though, like, again, I'm not like Peabody and Sherman. Like, I'm not inventing. Time travel.
Had like the time machine was gag ready to go.
Like I was like I wasn't even to Doctor Who, but like he was gonna pop up and be like, "Come with me," and I like
David Tennant is just around the corner any second now.
Any second, and he's gonna be like, specifically the one that's bad, not doesn't know anything about science. Get over here.
Okay, hi you guys. After a long intermission, I'm just gonna break the fourth wall here.
Like an hour?
After a long intermission and technical problems, we have returned. Hey, part 2.
Yeah, we're
to be continued in the series of skits. What was the title I was saying? I'm blank, but I'm not. I'm a film major, but we're not gifted with technology.
We are both the like writing side of film majors.
Yes.
Which is not great when
things go wrong
doing equipment.
Or when you start a podcast. It's not great when you start a podcast and you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
And also like literally using my Surface Pro to record this.
If you couldn't tell, the camera has switched, and it's going to switch probably more than that. But
it's probably going to switch literally like 10 times.
Don't worry, when we get to budget, we'll get to budget.
I thought you were doing
I was doing Trump. The budget.
I have the biggest budget. The biggest.
In that intermission, we also watched a Ladylike video. And because I realized I didn't show that one to you. And I just want to go over the idea of the series thing again. Like, there were so many series, and just they would try so many out and just fix the characters, fix the people who were in it, just and go back and forth to see which one would get them the most views, right? Yeah. Ladylike was one that hit really well off. They had a lot of good reception to that one. Worth It was really popular. There was basically what Keith on the Try Guys does now, which is like he orders everything on the menu.
Oh yeah,
which was really fun. There's the Astrud, the Quentin, like there's just so many series that were just so successful, and they did a really good job. There was also a lot of success in BuzzFeed's Tasty videos, which like were essentially what I remember from the beginning of Instagram Reels.
Oh, okay.
Is what started with Tasty. Like Tasty videos were some of the first videos I would get on my Instagram.
When did Reels start then? Was it 2014?
Reels didn't exist. That it wasn't called Reels then. It was just videos, and you could post up to a minute with videos.
Gotcha.
Until, like maybe like 2017, 18.
Okay.
And then it was longer. And then I don't even think Reels existed until after TikTok got popular.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
so
think
like
you're right.
2021 maybe was when
Yeah.
that was introduced. If my nagging is recalling correctly. Which she's gone to shit, so that's unlikely. But anyways, yeah, so Tasty was really popular. I would see so many of those on my Facebook feed. I was like really obsessed with Facebook as a child. I don't fucking know why. There was also this website called Facebook for Kids that I got before I got Facebook, which I was 11 when I got Facebook. That's not an old age. So
Yeah.
I was on Facebook for Kids when I was like 3rd or 4th grade. So what the fuck? My parents are love y'all. I love y'all so much.
I started using Facebook around like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Yeah.
But solely to play games.
No, because
I wasn't
Farmville.
Yeah.
We got
Pets.
Pet Society, Pets.
Loved Pets. There was a Pokemon
Bro.
knockoff that I was super into.
Yup.
That like
there was a Hunger Games Farmville that I was fucking crazy about.
That.
We'll have to revisit that one day because
100%. Like also
so good.
Like Dragon City, I was super into, and I'm still into.
I got the ads for that one.
Still have that app.
If it's broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
am I right? If it's broke, don't fix it.
Like but they've added like all this shit to it where it's like you can go and help monsters out of a cage, and you can do that. I'm like, yo, like I just want to.
Girl, we have actual like video game consoles now. Like we don't have to go on Facebook to play your little silly game.
I love a good phone game.
I mean, yeah, no,
you know I do.
Occasionally,
I've got so many singing monsters, boom, boom, boom. Like
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh,
I probably would like it, but
no, it fucks. Like My Singing Monsters is great. This is not the My Singing Monsters.
We're not talking about Facebook games. Okay, so Buzzfeed, yeah. So Ladylike, Try Guys. I do want to talk about the Try Guys.
Yes.
Because
they are the most iconic.
They are the most successful thing that came out of BuzzFeed. Yeah. And I just think that it is so interesting, the phenomenon that occurred last year. Wait, are you about to sneeze?
I was about to.
I thought you were about to either go into a really intense Trump impression or you were sneezing. No,
he is my sneezing face.
Right.
So, that does make sense.
That ain't down. Okay, so what was your reaction whenever you found out about He Who Shall Not Be Named and the scandal?
So I didn't know about the Try Guys as much. Like I knew they existed. I had watched a few of their videos. There's a girl that was a bitch in high school that was super into them.
Oh, there you go. That'll ruin everything.
But Try Guys I knew was super popular and stuff, and the only thing I knew about Ned was the wife thing.
Yeah. That's kind of his fucking brand, right?
Like literally the only thing that I knew about him.
Yeah.
I knew like that. So once that came out, I followed it like a fucking hawk.
It was people who had never even like.
Yeah.
What does a Try Guy? Like people who had never even touched BuzzFeed. They were tuned the fuck in. And there were parodies, there was shit on SNL and shit. Like it was crazy.
Which, do you know what's really weird?
What?
Like Ned was in a way a sacrificial lamb for Adam Lambert in that moment.
Adam Lambert?
Because Adam Lambert. Wait, is that his name? Maroon 5. Is that
Adam Levine? Adam Lambert is the gay motherfucker who is. What do you want from me?
I'm gonna.
What do you want from me?
He was one of the first like singers that I found out was gay. Mm-hmm. But like I was like, oh, like that dude's attractive, and then I found out he was gay. I was like, damn. Take away their rights. No, I'm joking.
What?
I'm literally wearing a hat that says useless gay right now. So like
useless and gay.
Useless and gay. Call out to my bestie Corinne.
Yes, Corinne.
Saw it and bought it for me and
Beautiful.
sent it to me because she's awesome like that.
We love you, Corinne.
But
Never met you.
Sorry, Adam Levine was a sacrificial lamb for Ned, in a way.
Or Ned
was a sacrificial
reverse,
lamb
yeah.
for Adam Levine. Because Adam Levine, right before the Ned stuff happened, if people found out that he cheated on his wife.
Yeah.
And then the Ned stuff happened and it completely
Overshadowed.
Like, that's so crazy to me.
I do think that also just like
he paid for his sins. Like, Ned was the one that got, like...
But something about the Try Guys thing was
worse.
Specifically funny because Ned was the wife guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does like mind fuck you realizing that. I mean, this is not just the reason as to why you should not cheat on your wife, but his wife, Adam Levine's wife, was a Victoria's Secret angel.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Ned's wife could be a Victoria's Secret angel.
Ariel?
Gorgeous.
What? Well, oh my god. I was sick. I literally, oh god, I could...
Like, normally it's like, okay, the
shaking
guy's
with rage.
funny, and it makes sense. Ned's not funny.
He's not even funny.
So
his one bit, which was associated with the one person that he fucked over royally.
Like, what? Also, I found out, like, because when it was happening, I was like, I literally was clicking on every video about it.
Of course.
The fact that her fear was that, like, she's older and, like, she was always worried about that, and that was an insecurity, and he cheated on her.
Of course he did.
With a younger woman that was his employee. Genuinely castrate yourself.
A man.
You piece of fucking shit.
I expect nothing more
Your
from a man.
bobblehead says, my wife, and you cheat on your wife because you're a fucking idiot?
My wife.
Like, that's awful. Like, I can't imagine the heartbreak with that.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy. And that's, like, low-key, I think, what really brought the Try Guys back.
No, it did.
Like,
I started watching their videos because I had not... I don't think I had even officially subscribed to their new channel apart from BuzzFeed, and then I subscribed after that.
Really?
Because I would, like, catch a few... Well, I was out of my YouTube era, honestly.
Yeah.
For a long bit. And I would occasionally come on to the,
YouTube
back.
What?
Huh?
You would come on to it?
You're a freak.
Ew.
You're a freak coming on
YouTube. Little nasty.
Who doesn't do that?
What is there? What
does it come to YouTube every once in a while?
Mr. Beast videos. You getting off to that?
I mean,
I got 10,000 people, and I'm gonna make them battle in a battle royale.
You do what you gotta do in the time. That is so hot and sexy to me that Mr. Beast has a bazillion fucking dollars. That's the sexy.
That's actually crazy.
This is so jokes. Please don't take. I do not do that. Anyways, okay. So back to Ned. The idea that it's scum of the fucking earth.
Yes.
It's actually. Everyone was trolling them for, like, acting like he killed someone and, like, because they cut him out of all the videos and stuff. First of all, y'all, it's a lawsuit. Like, they could have been accused for defamation if they talked about them in the way that they did, and they were protecting their image. But second of all, bitch, if I met Ariel in person and I saw how lovely she is, I just know it. Yeah. I know it. And she was taking care of their fucking children. And I know that I would do the exact same thing. Yeah. Like, I would never, like, if it were up to me, he would not be talked about ever again.
Like,
trust.
It's just crazy because they were together for, like, 10 years. Like, I
should have known it from the moment I found out that he went to, what was it, Yale? He went to Yale.
Yeah.
Don't trust any of them bitches.
No, like...
He went to Yale and then he pursued a career in, creative media, essentially.
Wait, does Yale have a film program?
No, I think he went for, like, theater or something. Number one flag. Huh. Number one flag.
Yeah, theater people are awful.
I actually don't know if it was theater. It may have been, like, business. Like, I may have made that up. He seems like a bitch who would go to Yale theater, mate. I'm sorry. Okay, we need to move on from that, because that's just making me mad. Yeah, like, I'm getting like Eugene when they did the couch video.
Oh, yeah. And he's just, like,
and Eugene's just, like, seething. But he's quiet versus not me.
So, I just think it's interesting, the trajectory of Try Guys compared to, like, BuzzFeed Unsolved Guys.
Yeah.
Like, Try Guys are still pretty popular. But they stuck together for a while, and now they aren't. I don't ever see Shane and Ryan splitting off.
Yeah.
And if they do, Shane gets me into the divorce. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, I'm a Bugara, apparently.
Yeah,
so.
Vanna didn't really ever watch a BuzzFeed Unsolved
so I was very confused, and I was like, I mean, I believe in ghosts. So.
Yeah, and
You don't.
I don't. I just don't.
Boring.
Sorry.
Oh my god. I think that was a ghost. Who said that?
Boo.
Boo. Literally.
No, it's. But I just don't see them splitting off, but they ever did. I think Shane will go off to do more passionate projects.
Yeah.
Just because he does puppet history. It
yeah,
literally builds puppets, tells the history of it, does the research, and writes a song for every single episode.
That's awesome.
That is based around the fucking story.
Sounds like there's
you know where this started?
No, where does
this whole not started, but something that kind of showed Shane's knack for song and stuff.
What?
At every BuzzFeed episode or BuzzFeed Unsolved episode, they would have this thing called postmortem, and that's where they would answer questions about the episode. Shane, one episode just off the whim was can you just have a hot dog on a skateboard go across the screen? And then after that, every postmortem episode, it got more intricate. And he started adding characters. And then it ended up having plot lines. They have time travel in it, witchcraft, brother
with
versus
the characters,
with the hot dogs, a French fry,
how long
donuts.
How long is it spending on the screen?
Dude,
I thought the video is dedicated to the unsolved cases.
Yes, it does. So they answer the questions, and then it's 5 minutes of Shane just going fucking crazy with storytelling. Throughout the whole season, we're getting edged by having these hot dogs come towards each other.
As they do.
Yeah, as they fucking do. They so we're getting edged literally the whole season because they're coming closer together, but we keep getting flashbacks of this hot dog, what their flashback is, what is the backstory behind this hot dog.
This is crazy.
The flashbacks of the crabs. The crabs are the brothers. No, I think they're brother and sister. I didn't do enough
research for this episode.
But there's the song where he's singing Hot Dogga, and it's really fucking good. And he has a few songs, and they're all really fucking good. And then Gene, my boy, the French fry, who is the most beloved character in all of media. That's what he always says whenever he
all of media.
And all the most beloved character in all of media.
Hey, I haven't seen this guy. I don't know him yet.
I might be wrong on the actual slogan, but he would say that phrase every time Gene would pop up.
Right.
But I'm just saying again, it's just interesting the trajectories that Try Guys has gone and the different controversies that they went through that are very different.
Right.
Because Try Guys, they left and everyone really supported the decision to leave.
Yeah.
They supported the decision for BuzzFeed to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But then as soon as they tried to ask for more money to even get access to their content, people were fuck you guys. And I don't think they're getting a lot of views on their videos now.
Try Guys or Watcher?
Watcher.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're doing great.
Probably not, because the whole thing with, even though Try Guys released an apology for the paywall thing, they still, I think the thing about Keith and Zach, and then Eugene, of course, but he left, is there's just a lot more sincerity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that Shane and Ryan and Steven. I forgot their name, Steven, are not sincere, but I think there was a little bit more of an air to their launch video.
Yeah.
Whereas the Try Guys launch video was a lot more we're so excited because we're going to get to do this whole new opportunity, because you can tell they have so much, they have a lot of passion and love for what they do, and it's about the content that they're making versus the other thing was, or the Watcher thing was because they needed more money because they can't pay for their fucking employees that they hired.
Also, do you know what the vibe of the Watcher video gave me?
What?
The airplane videos where they're explaining how to get off the plane when it's like about to crash.
Wait, you kind of nailed that on the head.
The energy of that video. And like Shane does not talk that much in that video.
No.
Again, I'm not like Shane is still an adult man and like he can make his own decisions and stuff. But it does feel like, again, this is me being parasocial. It does kind of feel like he wasn't as on board for this.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they like really pushed him up front in the second video of him being like, hey man, like this is actually, we're not taking away
blah, blah,
access,
blah.
you know?
Whatever.
Well, I just found it interesting.
No, I think it is really interesting, and I think there could be whole video essays written about not only the parasocial relationships connected to these people, but also just how stupid that fucking was.
Yeah.
Because, like, the PR disaster that occurred in both of those instances, actually, no. The PR, it was a lot of PR happening with the Try Guys and Ned, but the way that the Try Guys handled it was incredible. Really well. They killed it.
Because didn't they immediately have a video come out?
They did not. Okay, not immediately after them finding out that they had been working on, because they had actually found out a month before, which made everyone freak out because they were like, "How can y'all know a month before?" And then you keep. They were hiring lawyers. They were setting plans. They were getting content ready. They were like preparing things. And they, of course, they stopped talking to Ned, or they started talking to him through a lawyer.
Yeah.
I listened to the whole podcast about this on the tripod, even though I have been like so disconnected, but I was so intrigued by it because I was like, what was the PR decision? Like, what was the little timeline that they went through? And it's very interesting. So go listen to that episode if you're intrigued by that. But yeah, very weird stuff. Moving on to another couple of people who left BuzzFeed that I really, really enjoy, and I enjoyed during their time on BuzzFeed. Gabe and Allison, who are now on the Just Between Us podcast, they were like the first people to leave, like who were like fan favorites on BuzzFeed, and they're really, really good. And it's just so clear to me, as well as Safiya Nygaard, which I don't watch her videos, but I know she is so famous and like so good.
Yeah, I think one of our buddies showed me her.
Yeah, no, probably because she is like so popular and like really, really fun and like has this spark in her that you can tell. And there's just so much creativity in this staff. So it was really, really I don't know, it just kind of like bled through the screen. I think that's why, going into the question that I had at the beginning, why BuzzFeed was so important to people in like 2014, like we saw representation, like we saw people who like looked and talked like us on the screen. And even further now, like people like Gabe and Ash who have transitioned and we've seen their whole story, because like I've been following them and like watching them as they grow. And like it is so, so cool. And I've been growing too all along, and it's just really, really beautiful. And I'm really excited to see what else they do, especially like Gabe's got some like show stuff in the works. Obviously Ash is now on Second Try, and then like Quinta is like
like fucking up there, man.
Girl.
And like
so bad for her.
I think that's why BuzzFeed as a channel was really popular. Is because it like, even though it was a big like corporation, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, did you know the founder of BuzzFeed is related to Jordan Peele's wife? What's her name?
Gina Peretti?
Yeah, they're brother and sister.
Whoa, that makes so much sense. Actually,
I was like, I don't know if you know this or not.
At least in context of Gina Peretti.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like the way that Gina talks in the show is so like, hashtag law, hashtag tweeting from iPhone 16, you know, like whatever.
But yeah, so sorry, that was an off topic.
That's beautiful. Thank you for telling me that.
No,
I loved it.
But I was gonna say, I think it was one of the first like, you know, big corporations, I guess, that like was kind of appealing to that internet age instead of like the big Hollywood based stuff.
Right.
Like it was really in tune with that, and I think since it was one of the first ones, that's the one that people were really gravitating towards.
Right.
And like, this is a little off topic, but as you were talking about the representation in it, and like Eugene being in Try Guys,
the cultural impact that Eugene has had on this fucking world.
Like, not only was he in Try Guys, but his position in the Try Guys. He was the hot, cool, attractive one, the one that like Loki, everyone kind of looked up to, even within that group.
Yes, everyone would comment and be like, "Who's your favorite? Eugene.
All right, who's your favorite one?"
After that, after like I've seen a comment that said, "Who's your favorite after Eugene?" Because obviously it's Eugene.
Like, the fact that like he was able to have that position in the Try Guys, and like obviously that's just like who he is as a person. But I think that meant a lot to like people of color too, at least like within the YouTube sphere, and like children that were watching BuzzFeed, like having this like, you know, she wants to talk.
She's got an opinion because she
hates Eugene.
She was there watching the videos with me, and she said, "Actually, fuck Eugene, bro." Because like I think
we're quoting Baby Titty, not Vanna's not saying.
I'm not saying that. I had a major crush on Eugene.
Who didn't?
I mean, yeah, no.
Come on, like he was so sexy.
I think Jen, the one of the girls from Ladylike, the one who wore the overalls in the video we watched. I think Jen was one of the first women that I when I like realized that I was bi, I like actively was like,
really,
like oogling eyes over.
I thought she was cute too.
No, like she's so cute. Yeah. She's so cute. But
I don't know if she was one of my first, because one of my first is definitely the Ben 10 grandma.
Well, that's a whole other.
The second one.
We're gonna unpack that later.
Specifically, her alien form. Search it up. Search up Ben 10 grandma. Alien form. And tell me she's not hot. I actually got a figurine of her for my birthday when I was younger.
Ben 10 episode.
Sorry,
Ben 10
yeah,
episode.
for the Ben 10 episode, I'll keep it. I'll keep it in. But I just think that like that's why people like kind of gravitate towards BuzzFeed, because it was so in tune with internet culture while still being like a big corporation that was like creating content that like you weren't really seeing on YouTube at the time.
Yeah,
that was like higher quality stuff.
Yeah,
because at the time it was probably just like fucking Shane Dawson in his bedroom putting on wigs and like doing. And was I
eating it up? Yes, not that one.
Vanna confirmed racist.
There's a lot of people probably even watching this video right now who have to admit, as a child, we were all collectively tricked into watching Shane Dawson. You don't understand what you're going through when it's happening. You don't understand that this is, I mean, like, obviously I'd watch some videos and be like, what is he talking about? This is
and
nasty.
Then you click off of it.
You click off that when you go to the next one. That's how 14-year-old brain works.
Or
13-year-old brain works.
At that point, I think like 10.
10-year-old brain?
For Shane Dawson. I'm saying like...
You're smarter than me. You're smarter than me.
I'm saying prior to BuzzFeed. Like prior to like peak BuzzFeed. Yeah. That's what was on YouTube. And like that's not saying that like, you know, creators at the time weren't trying and like creating content that people would want to watch, but I'm just saying that like BuzzFeed had like higher quality stuff.
Right.
Because they're literally a company.
Yeah.
But like I don't know any other company that was going on at the time. Maybe Rooster Teeth, but that was mainly animation.
I think it was definitely beginning like the pop journalism that happens now all the time began with BuzzFeed. If it wasn't, I mean, granted, I don't know much about the journalism era of that time because I was...
Well, that's like
14.
They're more focused on like paparazzi based stuff if you're doing like pop journalism. Like that's what like they're more focused on like Britney Spears having a breakdown and making her want to kill herself. Quoting that South Park video or episode. But like BuzzFeed was more like in tune with like, oh, like there's a Disney craze going on. Let's do quizzes for that. Which I did.
What is popular? What is trending?
Like what is trending right now? And they were in on the trends. They knew what was trending and they knew how to like market that.
Because they would hire a bunch of 20-year-olds and then pay them way less than they probably needed to pay them and then overwork them and Are
you surprised? Nepo baby
no,
doing
of course
that?
Not.
Like, come on now. Come on.
Not at all.
But yeah, it's just like cool to see the transformation of BuzzFeed a little bit. I don't know if they're still.
Oh no, they're still up and kicking because a lot of they've transitioned to doing more of their, once again, videos they know do well, which is like their puppy videos with the puppy interviews with the cast.
Yeah,
and they do a lot of cast interviews and things like that.
That's BuzzFeed?
Yes.
The puppy interviews?
Yes, BuzzFeed Celeb. Yep. There's like 15 channels. BuzzFeed Yellow, BuzzFeed Red, BuzzFeed Blue. Most of those are archived, but okay.
Whoa,
and then
okay,
also BuzzFeed now gets if you've ever seen an article, which I see these all the time, and yes, I do click on them, especially like Amazon Prime days. If you see an article where it's like 25 things that you as a 23-year-old girl in college need from Amazon that you didn't realize you needed, like that specific of a title. They get paid a hell of a lot of money by Amazon to post those articles. Or I don't know if it's Amazon or like the individual sellers, but
I literally had no clue.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's no, like their market has increased. Yeah, apparently they're like their money,
broader now. They're not just getting internet like brain rot people. They're like, wow, okay.
Most of their YouTube content, I would say, or like their skit stuff, died back a ton, and they put more of it into their articles, their journalism. Which,
and skit stuff just like isn't.
It's not popular anymore,
except for on TikTok.
Yeah,
and like those,
right?
You know, they're working really well.
But speaking of, I wanted to, as our last little segment, because I feel like we're gonna have to wrap up soon. Yeah, talk to you about the actual quizzes.
What an interesting artifact.
Yeah. How often did you do quizzes when you were younger? Did you do a lot? Did you do like the trivia ones? What would you click on whenever you were like scrolling through? Did you go on the BuzzFeed website and take quizzes?
I was specifically a what are you quiz.
What are you like what Disney character are you?
Yes. Those I got super into.
What mental illness?
No, like
what mental illness describes you best?
No, literally like what Disney character are you from? Blah 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 blah. You know, like those were the ones that I was taking so often, all the time, every day, once a day. I also, when I was long distance with a partner, we would do a quiz.
That's fun.
A BuzzFeed quiz every date, every like
BuzzFeed
Zoom
quizzes
date.
are still fun. Like that's not like not something that's ever gonna go away.
Like you give me a quiz and it tells me a little part of my personality. Right. I will be taking it as someone that does not know who I am.
Right.
Exactly.
And they'll get it right nearly every time. They'll throw it up.
I will argue with the quiz.
Okay.
But that's just because I'm like,
just take it again.
No, literally, I'm like, I may have identity issues, but I'm not fucking Flounder from Ariel.
Can
fuck
I change
you,
to
you,
get me to being Sebastian? Thank you.
No, that's like the one that hurt me was being called Flounder.
You remember that's how bad it hurt you because you remember. I don't
Flounder
remember
from Ariel. Are you fucking kidding? That one, I was like, I don't know myself and I don't know who I am as a person. I have no sense of identity. I'm not fucking Flounder. I can tell you that much.
I don't know who you would be from Little Mermaid. I think you'd be Scuttle, the seagull.
That's actually worse. The fact that you just said that to me. Wait, because it's Aquafina? You racist?
No!
Get her. Twitter. Get her. Get her. Destroy.
You're not supposed to try and cancel your co-host with false information.
Get out of here.
I fucking hated Aquafina as Scuttle. That shit was
You
bad.
didn't like her Hamilton-esque rap?
No.
In it?
Who did? Name one person. Is there a single person out there actually who liked that rap?
I know.
Leave in the comments below.
I know one person.
God, fuck them. I don't care who it is.
It's you.
No,
and I pull up a mirror.
It's just you're looking at her.
Yeah,
no, I hate that.
And you're like, well, I don't. And then you start crying. You're like, wait, I do.
I can't with this Little Mermaid discourse. Okay, so yeah, no, I think I remember taking the Harry Potter quiz like a bazillion times. If I didn't get Hufflepuff, I'd get so pissed. I would literally be like, you're wrong because Pottermore literally said I was Hufflepuff. Fuck you. Freak you. I can't say bad words.
I have a question.
What?
How did you not get Hufflepuff when the questions are, what do you like to do with your what do you like to do with your friends? Be very
Do I
loyal.
have to emphasize how much smarter than you are than me? Do I have to emphasize that?
It's not.
I'm just sitting there like, da. I'm gonna take this completely honestly because that's the only way I know how. Because I am 13 years old. I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna manipulate the system and
Well,
make
like-
sure that I get a Hufflepuff, bitch. No.
But if it's like, I like to backstab my friends and
Yes,
use them for my plans.
those obviously.
Or I like to bravely.
Okay, I get it. But there will be some harder ones. Some wouldn't be
Okay.
so obvious. You're talking about the ones who were not posted by staff editors.
Oh.
Those were the ones posted by a regular plain Jane girl who I don't know why I never made a
Why'd
BuzzFeed
you assume
quiz.
it's a girl?
Because
Cancel.
I'm sick of this. Anyways, for our last thing, I am actually going to ask you to take this quiz with me.
With
That's
you?
why I need
Are
you
we
to...
combining our answer?
No, we're both
Okay.
going to take it, but I'm going to read it out loud to you. So, I'm going to
the audience.
Yeah, to the audience.
Why don't you take it with us, audience?
Audience, take it with us.
And comment
if I
what
can
you
post
got.
this in the description,
did
I
you
will.
send it to me?
Yeah, I did on Snapchat. Okay,
Whoa,
so the
internet.
quiz title is Gen C's probably. I couldn't find any from actually 2014 because they delete. So as you know, on a BuzzFeed quiz, the answers are always pictures of the words. And I'm assuming like archive/deleted all of those quizzes.
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
so there's none of the pictures. It says image not available. So we have to take a Gen Z's probably won't remember half of these, but choose media from 2014 and I'll guess your real age. And then of course in the sub it says, okay, I officially feel old.
I officially feel
Hashtag old.
Rar means I love you in dinosaur.
Emoticon. Anyways, okay. First question is pick a song released in 2014. We have
So you
huh?
So you don't want to know what I'm choosing.
No, I want to
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Pick or actually no, you can say it.
Okay.
Pick a song released in 2014. Uptown Funk, Shake It Off, Thinking Out Loud, Steal My Girl, Sugar, Shut Up and Dance, Fancy, and Me and My Broken Heart. Mine is oh god. This was 3 of my like favorite artists from 2014 of all time were on here and I'm struggling.
I think we should count down when you're ready.
Wait, okay, so should I take this in the form of when I was 14 what I would pick or should I take it from what I would pick now?
This is like what
it's guessing my age.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still picking.
This is okay, I'm choosing Fancy.
I'm choosing Still My Girl because I'm always a directioner.
But I think Fancy came out in 2014 around that time because I was in middle school when it came out.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Picked a movie released in 2014. John Wick, Gone Girl, Guardians of the Galaxy, Paddington, Interstellar, Divergent, Kingsman, The Secret Service, and Whiplash. I'm choosing Divergent.
But that's now. You're picking this now.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that what came out in 2014.
Well, I like Whiplash better now, but Divergent is so fucking...
Oh, dude, am I fucking stupid?
You're supposed to pick what you would do now.
I thought we were choosing what came out in 2014.
No, bitch, they're all from 2014.
Oh, they're...
Oh, God. You know what? I take back what I said about you being smart.
You literally... Okay, I'm choosing Uptown Funk then. Sorry, I'm going back Uptown Funk, and I'm choosing Gone Girl.
I'm gonna pick Divergent because you're right. Like that is too much of a classic.
That is
but I do Whiplash is cinema, babe.
Kingsman is really good.
Pick a TV show released in 2014. BoJack Horseman.
We
know your answer.
Oh, the 100.
The Flash, True Detective, How to Get Away with Murder, Chicago PD, The 100, Outlander, or Fargo. I'm picking
Chicago PD fucking sucks ass. Have you ever
bet
seen
it
that
does.
movie?
No.
I mean, it's awful.
No.
They're like it's okay, terrible. Pick a book released in 2014. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr.
Don't worry.
Don't. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. To All the Boys I've Loved Before. By Jenny Han.
Actually.
Milk and Honey by Ruby Carr.
Bro, that was so 2014. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The One. Oh, the Selection series. I read those. Well, one of the books. I liked it. Station 11. Wait, you never watched the Selection series?
Mm-mm.
Vanna, you would really like it.
I'm sure I would.
It's The Bachelor.
It's probably bad.
It's The Bachelor, but
I've heard about
Dystopia.
it. Yeah.
It's
I'm
fine.
gonna pick To All the Boys I Loved Before because I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That's one of the best rom-coms of all time.
Still haven't seen it.
Made me feel something in my lady
Finally,
parts.
pick one random.
I'm supposed to read this.
Oh, sorry. I got really
Finally,
excited.
pick one random 2014 moment. Launch of Uber Eats. Hashtag hungry. Hashtag hangry.
Ew.
Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers Super Bowl halftime show. Did not watch that. Ellen DeGeneres selfie at the Oscars. That was pretty funny. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Bro, I forgot that shit was for ALS. That's embarrassing. iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. Release of Taylor Swift's 1989 How I Met Your Mother ending. And then this picture of Kermit sipping the Lipton tea. And that was an ad. That was very important to meme culture. I'm going to pick 1989 because
I know
that was very quintessential. It's a pop Bible, like it's like literally her. Anyways,
okay. So I'm choosing the Kermit the Frog one, sipping the tea.
Okay. All right.
Or what did you get?
I got You're 18. I have loved you since we were 18.
Wait, really?
Well, you are perpetually on TikTok now. In 2014, you probably cared more about going to the playground and getting ice cream than you did about celeb drama and memes. Weren't those the good old days? What'd you get?
I got You're 6. They just called me a fucking child.
What 6-year-old is on BuzzFeed? I'm sorry. I know that like BuzzFeed, like internet is young now, but like, what 6-year-old is on BuzzFeed?
It says, "Aw, you're just a wee little thing." But it's scary how well you know your way around a device, being that you weren't even alive in 2014.
Bitch, 6-year-olds can barely read.
I bet you know who Harry Styles is, but have never heard of One Direction, and for that, I feel sorry for you.
What 6-year-olds know who Harry Styles is?
What the fuck did I choose that? Why can't I just seem old? And I feel like this makes more sense for me to seem like I chose BoJack Horseman.
I think the people on BuzzFeed now are just consistently on crack all the time.
No, because Uptown Funk.
Yeah, those were
Gone Girl.
I would say those are definitely old answers.
What? Like, if they called me a 50-year-old, sure.
You would have taken that, right?
You're 6?
Right.
I'm a 6-year-old?
That doesn't make any sense.
Who wrote this?
I guarantee you it was some cunt who like thinks that she can. I don't know why I keep gendering her.
With an Adventure Time fucking profile picture. Hey, I like
discredited.
I watched Adventure Time when it first came out.
Where's your accreditation? Excuse me.
It's a community
Where's
contributor.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly. Okay.
anyways, comment what age you got, and us 6-year-olds can go to the playground and go to preschool. I guess I don't know if 6-year-olds do.
And you know what? We'll roll on the. I couldn't remember how to
Roll Tide.
And we're gonna roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Hey y'all. You know we from Bama. So. And us 18-year-olds are going to listen to One Direction and cry and vape because we can do that now. Hashtag cool. Hashtag not like other girls. And yeah. Also, I want to say that article did get 168 fails.
Oh, I'm putting that.
Yeah.
Fail.
Oh. It had a little emoji.
Not the emojis. Okay.
All right. And now am I going to click on this article that says 28 products with such satisfying results you'll probably want to celebrate them with a happy dance? Yes.
Of course.
Yes, I'm going to click on it.
Because, of course, you have to. Capitalism.
Yep.
All right. Well.
For the final note of BuzzFeed, I would like to say I still ship Quentin.
I have my last note is, what if instead of BuzzFeed, it was Freak? And they got kind of freaky with it.
I mean, they did. Did you see that BuzzFeed episode where they had
BDSM?
on the try? Yes, we watched that together. I forgot.
No, 100%.
And Quinta was like, "Bam."
She was getting into it.
She snapped.
She's good.
But all right, for signing off, I'm Perky.
I'm Quirky.
And this was the Perky and Quirky podcast. #lol.
Bye.